Hello and welcome. This is Angie with thecountrysheetcottage.net here today with another new product from Cricut. So today we're going to talk about the Easy Press 2. So this is the Easy Press 2 that I'm going to be using today. So the Easy Press 2 actually is the next generation of Easy Press, and it actually comes in 3 different sizes. I'm using the smallest one today, which is a 6x7. There's also a medium at 9x9 and a large at 12x10. So size for every project. They also have the Easy Press mat that goes along with them in the same sizes, so you get the mat to match the Easy Press. Now, I definitely recommend the Easy Press mat if you're going to get the Easy Press. Definitely makes pressing easier. So, what is the Easy Press if you don't already have one already? So the Easy Press gives you professional iron-on results in 60 seconds or less. It's easy to learn, simple to use, just a couple buttons across the top. Heats up to 400 degrees precisely, and it also has an internal timer that will time your press. So if you're doing iron-on of different types on different materials, this is the press you want to get because it will time it for you and then beep when it's done. Now, what makes the Easy Press special? So first of all, there's a ceramic coated heat plate, and this means like a dry, even heat all the way across the plate, unlike an iron. So before I started with the Easy Press, started with the Generation 1, probably about a year ago. Before that, I used an iron for all my iron-on projects, and I must say I had tons of failures with the iron-on coming off. Since I've switched to an Easy Press, 0 failures. I've had complete success, and now iron-on is one of my favorite mediums. The Easy Press 2, if you don't already have it, so kind of some of the differences. First of all, there's a faster heat up time. It goes up to that 400 degrees, which is a little hotter. It has a new redesigned base that is, they're calling it the safety base, and it keeps it in a protected resting position, has these little feet on it. It still comes with the easy to read display. The Easy Press 2, however, is in this fabulous raspberry red color. So if you are looking for an Easy Press and see the raspberry red, that is the Easy Press 2. It also has actually a USB port for firmware updates as well, so you can keep your Easy Press up to date, and that's in the back. So we're going to make a project today. We're actually going to make a little fish game that I thought would be really cute with the iron-on and perfect for this smaller size Easy Press. So we're going to jump right in and make the project. Hope y'all enjoy. So the first thing you're going to want to do is cut all of your pieces with your Cricut machine. Then once all your pieces are cut, you're going to want to weed your iron-on to remove any excess. So the weeding on this project is actually super simple, but I am using a weeding tool to make things a bit easier to get things started and then just peel back. Now, the red I'm using is foil. The other iron-on products that I'm using is actually just everyday iron-on. And then I'm using the Cricut felt for my fish pieces. Now, these colors are completely up to you. The only thing I would recommend is white for your bobber along with red iron-on. That's the only thing I would recommend. Otherwise, mix and match the colors however you would like. Alright, so let's make these bobber pieces first. So I have the felt bobber pieces along with some red iron-on for the tops of our bobbers. So we're just going to get that aligned on the felt. And then I have my Easy Press heating over here to the recommended time and temperature that's on the Cricut website. Now I recommend looking up the recommended heat settings every time you do an iron-on project. They're always perfecting the settings for the Easy Press, and you want to have the latest and greatest. So then we just lay it down. Carrier sheet is still on the iron-on. Then we're just going to put our Easy Press over the top, and we're just going to press the green button, and we're going to let the time count down. Now you're going to want to preheat your material before adding your iron-on. Then press once, flip it over, and press again to complete your project. Now you want to give just slight pressure to the Easy Press. Press down slightly. You do not have to press down aggressively. Now I'm using foil in this case, and foil is actually a cold peel product. So different iron-on types have different recommendations for when to peel them. So check the Easy Press recommended settings for that as well. So I'm going to let these cool completely. The Easy Press mat that I used underneath my Easy Press can actually get really warm. So if you need something to cool, I would recommend moving it off of the mat, allowing it to cool, and then peeling back that liner. And once it's cool to the touch, you can start to peel back your backing paper. Now, if you're peeling it back and the iron-on product is not stuck to the felt yet, put the backing paper back on and press again with the Easy Press. Now we have 2 bobber pieces that we can set aside, and we can start working on our fish. Some small pieces like these eyes, you can actually press more than one at a time. So these eyes, I actually cut the eyes themselves out of felt, and then I'm using the iron-on to make the black portion of the eyeball itself. And so I put all those on there at one time. I'm going to do my Easy Press once. Then I can flip those eyes over, press the back, and then remove the backing paper. So when you're working with iron-on, always be sure to follow the instructions. Usually that means to preheat the front surface, apply the iron-on with the backing paper, press according to the time and temperature that's recommended, then flip it over and press once more. Then you'll just want to be sure to follow the recommendations as to whether these are warm peel or cold peel products. This is standard everyday iron-on, so it's actually a warm peel. So I can just go ahead and peel those off and set those aside. Now let's have fun with the fish. So every fish gets a front and a back piece. It gets a fin out of iron-on, some accents to the tail from iron-on, as well as a mouth. And then you'll just want to be sure to leave room for the eye, which will glue on after we press it. Now I preheated the felt, added the iron-on to the top, and then I just want to put the Easy Press over the top, hit the button, and press for the recommended amount of time. Then I'll flip them over, press them again, and I will have 2 sides of one fish complete. The heating time on the back is often shorter than the front. Instead of resetting it every time, I just watch my timer and I pull it off when it's complete. Now we can get to work on our other fish. To add the eyes, we're just going to use some quick dry glue. You can use fabric glue, a quick dry tacky glue, just anything that will hold and is recommended for felt. Just get a little glue on the back of the eye, put it into place, and then allow that to dry completely. So for every fish to assemble them, you'll need both sides of the fish, a small amount of stuffing, a strong magnet, and then you will just sandwich it together. Now I'm going to use embroidery floss all the way around the outside edge. I'm actually going to use a contrasting floss that matches the iron-on, but you can use whatever color you would like. And I'm just going to hand stitch them all the way around. Now we've worked on our fish, and we will need to do something similar for our bobber. So you'll need a little bit of stuffing, a magnet, and some thread to go around the outside. In this case, we'll also need some thread to go from the top of the bobber to our fishing pole, which is the dowel rod. So to do that, we're going to add, and you need very little stuffing inside of your bobber. Just something to make it poop out just a little bit. Alright, so to do that, we're going to add the end of this thread that is looped, so it's doubled over. We're going to add that to the top of the bobber and sew that into place as we sew around the outside with our red thread. So once you have your bobber complete and completely sewn with the magnet inside, then you can tie your string to a dowel rod as a fishing pole. Now, the length of your string is completely dependent upon you and the size of your child. So just take a guess at how long it should be. Then we'll just tie it around the dowel rod. Now you want to tie this really tightly. Tie it in a few knots and then secure everything with some hot glue to hold it into place. So I did a bead of hot glue all the way around, and I'm going to use my excess thread to hide that bead. Now you have a fishing pole and you are ready to catch your fish. Now you too can use your Cricut to make some cute fish as well as a fishing pole and let the kids catch some fish, all with your Cricut machine, iron on, and the Easy Press 2. So be sure to check out the Easy Press 2 coming soon to a store near you, and 3 different sizes, and I know you will love it and have tons of success with iron-on projects like these. So thank you so much for joining me today. Be sure to give us a thumbs up on YouTube and subscribe for tons of Cricut tutorials and other crafts. Thank you.